Hard work. Hard work. Hard work. Hard work. Work. There you go.
Forward.
Hard work. Hard work. Hard work. Hard work. Hard work. Work. There you go.
Forward.
Hard work. Hard work. Hard work. Hard work. Hard work. Work. There you go.
Forward.
Hard work. Hard work. Hard work.
Fall in.
Hey, what's good? What's good? What's good with y'all? Y'all know what it is. It's your boy. It's your boy. It's me, your boy Trey. And we are rocking this morning. E2G Sports Network presents First Formation Morning Sports Talk. So come on and fall in with us this morning as we get to talking about some of the things that went on in the world of sports. Every once in a while, we might tend to spill off and go off on some type of other aspects of life, military endeavors and actions. You never know what you're going to actually get, but you will definitely get some sports. So what's good, everyone? I hope everyone's having a good day, good week. Just got past the hump day, on in the weekend's eve, and get ready to end the year possibly with a bang. What y'all got going on for the week for the new year? Holler at your boy so you can let me know. But in any case, like I said, the reason for the season that we're here, of course, is to get it in to talk about sports. And there's plenty of sports going on all throughout the season. You see how basically the system got how they turned the system basically, making everything about sports. Sports, you can get sports every aspect. The NFL is going to end in early February. And after that, we got not one but two leagues that's going to be getting it in: the USFL and this year, and this particular next year, the XFL starts its inaugural season. So plenty for us, for me, content. That's just content driven. Just to simply find a way to give you all a different aspect, different look at it, all that. I don't. What's good, Eric? What's going on, fam? I'm glad to have you information this morning. But I don't drink, bro. I don't drink. I don't take part in the inebriation uh, through through beverages. So I'm good. I'm not going. Well, matter of fact, if y'all need a designated driver, hit your boy. I got you. But yeah, so you know what I'm saying. But you know what I'm saying. So I would turn that around on you, my brother. Don't stay sober this weekend. Stay sober. Don't get pulled over. Uh, that's what's up, bro. Yeah, I don't drink, so yeah, it is. I'm good on that point. Uh, but yeah, so of course, matter of fact, what you got going on this? What's going to be the turn up for you? For New Year's is y'all having a company New Year's Eve party that you're sponsoring? What's good? What you doing for the New Year to bring in the New Year, bro? Let's see where we at with it. It's Wednesday. We're gonna start off with a little college football. As I stated yesterday, is getting closer, getting more time in which is got more going on. Where we the not to say anything about the other games that have been played, the bowl games, but it's getting a little okay. All right, I got you. I feel you. All right, that's you know what I'm saying. CEO. That's that CEO. Those CEO moves. Got to give the people what you want. But like I said, now we're starting to get a little bit into the later part of the bowl season. We started to see some good games. What's good, Key? What's going on, sis? Glad to see you in formation. Haven't seen you in a while. Where you been? What's up? Good morning to you as well. Um, the bowl season getting a little thicker now. In the words of Bubba Sparks, getting heavy, getting heavy now. Basically, you have a situation where, okay, I got you working. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with it. I completely get it. That's where, hence the reason why we wasn't on a couple of times this in the last month. Got to get the job, got to make it happen. All right, I got you. Appreciate it. We always love, but no problem, of course. Um, but like I said, Wednesday, right? Yesterday, 4 bowl games. Some teams in which we know. Of course, one of those 4 games had top ranked Oregon, 15th ranked Oregon to be exact. Is that part, Eric? If we getting close to it, is getting close to it. Is about to start going down. Of course, that portion we're gonna cover tomorrow. As this will be a last, oddly enough, it'll be the last show for the year. That they will be back. That part key. Then you're saying we're gonna get to that in a second. That Arkansas game, crazy, crazy, crazy. You know, saying how it happened. If Bishop was on, he'll hear a little story from me. But if he doesn't get on in time, hey, he'll miss it. But of course, like I said, the San Diego County Credit Union Holiday Bowl put it number 15 ranked Oregon Pac-12 representative against the North Carolina Tar Heels. As we know, Carolina at one point was a top ranked team. They was in the runnings. Things it's funny. 12 games over 12 game season. Funny how things happen. But Oregon was able to walk away with the win. 28-27, very close game for the Oregon Ducks, but they walk away giving the Pac-12 yet another victory in the bowl season. After that, of course, the Military Bowl presented by Paraton, UCF 9-5, Duke 9-4. In-state Duke 17-point win, winning 30-13 to get the win. UCF made a push, tried it, but it wasn't there for them. It wasn't in their cards. The Tax Act Texas Bowl put it Ole Miss against Texas Tech. Both teams 8-5 on the end of the season. The difference was Texas Tech walks away with a huge win, scoring double digits in every quarter except the third. But it can make a difference. They were far ahead of them by that time. Gets the W 42-25 over Ole Miss. I don't know what happened to these powerhouses late in the season. It's like, well, we know what happened. People get lackadaisical. People decide I'm not playing. They start those who have hopes of being a part of an NFL team one day. They start to take a backseat and like, you know what, I'm just not going to play, and that's what it becomes. And it's I was about to say it's unfortunate, but it's not unfortunate. It's just saying people start looking at their future. Should I or should I not be there? Should I play? Do I owe this institution all that much gratitude when it comes time for me to take care of me? I'm very sure all those type of things go through those kids' heads at that point. And some decide that this is what I'm going to do. But of course, like Key came in talking about the game of the night. This is not too far off from which I think one of the best games of that I've ever seen in college football was when Boise State played against Oklahoma in the bowl game. I think it was the Fiesta Bowl. Oh, in case when they played against them, where of course Boise State won the game with the Statue of Liberty play, but that was a dog fight. They was going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. In which this game, not in a sense, just the fact of saying that excitement in which to both teams decide we're not going down, and basically that was what, in my opinion, we've seen to a degree. Of course, the Kansas State Jayhawks. Jalen Daniels, who started them out on a 5-0 record, got injured, but he came back. He played last night. Jaden Daniels, 37 for 55, 544 yards, 5 touchdowns, yet 2 interceptions. Arkansas's KJ Jefferson was 19 for 29, 287 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Daniels carried the ball 14 times for 21 yards. Jefferson himself, 14 carries, 130 yards, 2 touchdowns. Of course, the more other rushing candidate, Dubian, 20 carries for 112 yards, 2 touchdowns himself. AJ Green, 13 carries for 99 yards, 1 touchdown. So 342 yards rushing from the Arkansas running game. Not so much for Devin Neal, but of course we heard with the numbers from Jalen Daniels how he put forth effort in through the air. KJ Anderson more so. I mean, he wasn't shabby in the air as well. 287 isn't bad, but it's not 544. What's good, Anthony? What's going on, brother? What's going on? Glad to see you in formation with us this morning. When it comes to receiving in for Arkansas, Matt Landers, 3 receptions, 121 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 uh, receptions and 47 yards from Jaden Wilson. AJ Green, 4 receptions for 30 yards, 3 receptions for 19 yards for Dubian, and Ty Washington 1 for 17 for an additional touchdown, which led to the 2 touchdowns for KJ Jefferson. For Kansas, on the other hand, like I said, Jalen Daniels, 5 touchdowns thrown. Not to mention 1 on the ground. Kai Thomas had the 1 on the ground, which put them in a position to be where they was at the base towards the end of regulation. But Luke Grimm, 10 receptions, 167 yards, 1 touchdown. Kai Thomas, 2 receptions for 35 yards with a touchdown. Mason Fairchild, 6 receptions, 80 yards and that touchdown. Douglas Emilian, 1 for 10 and a touchdown. And Jared Casey, 2 receptions, 6 yards and a touchdown. But it wasn't enough, but it was enough to give some type of excitement, as at one point Kansas was down by 15 points in under 3 minutes in the game. They came back, forced the overtime, triple overtime, in which Arkansas was able to best Kansas with a 55-53 win. At some point, actually, Kansas could have won. I think the last play of the game was Kansas what's that called, a reverse, in which it was an errant pass towards the back of the end zone, which sailed too high and ended their hopes of getting the win in the game. But it looked like he could have ran it in. It looked like that could have been 6. Bishop, what's good, brother? What's going on, fam? What's going on, man?
What's good, Trey? What's good? Excuse me. What's good? What's good? WGO. What's going on this morning? How y'all living on this Thursday, Friday Eve? What's good?
Just getting in, talking about that exciting game from last night in the NCAA.
What is it? A bowl? It was a bowl game.
Yeah, it's the AutoZone Liberty Bowl.
Oh,
Kansas,
okay.
Kansas, and Arkansas, 53-55, triple overtime.
Oh wow, triple
overtime, 3 T's.
Wow. Well, Arkansas winning.
Oh yeah, Arkansas won.
Yeah, Arkansas, I didn't think I know. I saw like a part of a game yesterday. I forget who it was that was playing. While we was out eating yesterday, I saw part of a game, but that was about it. But I know my beloved Sooners play today.
I was just about to say 3 bowl games. We starting to get into the meat of it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Getting into the depths where all the big teams play. I'm not saying Oklahoma is a big team. I'm just saying this is at this point to where all the teams play.
What you won't do is sit here and try to downplay my squad, bro.
I just not trying to downplay them.
You did. You just sat there and said, well, I'm not saying Oklahoma's not. Yeah, but you really are. You said the big teams. Yeah, if you play after Christmas,
that's what we gonna do. Because y'all after Christmas, that's what we gonna do. That's what we gonna set. That's what we gonna set the parameters at.
That's what. Ask anybody. The parameters are: if you play after Christmas, those are the important games. Anybody that play before Christmas are toilet bowl games. If you play after Christmas, it's a true bowl game. If you play before Christmas, you're a toilet bowl game. Hey, it is what it is, bro. I'm just telling you.
Well, technically, Oregon played yesterday, so they played after Christmas.
Oh, well, then yeah, they good then. If they played yesterday, anything after Christmas, you good. If you played before Christmas, it's a consolation prize.
Oh my god! So of course, Bo Nix and Oregon quarterback. So of course, 3 games slated today. The first one off top. The Bad Boy Mowers Pinstripe Bowl. These names, bro. I'll tell you these names.
I know.
The
I don't know where they
Bad
get
Boy
these names.
Mowers
So
Pinstripe Bowl.
is this produced or is this sponsored by Will Smith and Martin Lawrence or something? Like, I'm just trying to figure out. Like,
Bad Boy Mowers. In New York, Bronx, New York Stadium. Syracuse will be taking on Minnesota. Syracuse 7-5 on the year. Minnesota 8-4. That game to pop off at 1 o'clock, 1300 for the military minded. At
1300
2000
our time or
yes,
our
Central,
time?
yes.
Okay. Like
2000. Number 12, Washington State 2-2 faces the Texas Longhorns, who are
that's
8-4
right, Alamo.
and the 20th rank at the Valero Alamo Bowl
Alamo
in
Bowl.
San Antonio, Texas, Alamo Dome. I know Bishop would have probably have preferred to hear his rankless Oklahoma.
Why didn't nobody see? This is crazy, right? See, this is that nonsense Trey be doing, man. You see that? He didn't name, this is the third bowl game he didn't name for the day. He ain't say nobody's rank on the other two bowls.
I did. I said the 20th and 12th rank.
No, you didn't. No.
Ain't no one else been ranked. That's why.
But you clearly put out there the rankless Oklahoma Sooners. You clearly said the rankless.
I did.
This dude did. The hate is real,
since you want to bring it up and make it yeah, I did say that. Bro. I did because they're playing the 13th ranked Florida State Seminoles, 9-3, 6-6 in the Cheez-It Bowl, Orlando, Florida.
Yeah, I hope we beat the brakes off Florida State too. If we lose this bowl game, we need to get rid of
Florida State is favored by 10 points.
I know, and we playing in Florida. Yeah, all the odds are in Florida's favor. It is what it is. Hopefully,
y'all got the number one. Y'all got the what? Second, third. Y'all the top 5 team in the recruiting. I don't know how the hell that happens.
What do you mean? How? What? Do you know who we are? Don't see the disrespect is going to stop. Trey.
Really?
The disrespect is going to stop.
Think about it.
Is going to stop. Trey.
Listen. This is. I'm not trying to be disrespectful in no way, form, or fashion. But the facts are the facts. Lincoln Riley, obviously, very good at recruiting. For the most part, I'm very sure that the people that are going there, I'm trying to figure out, like, Lincoln Riley leaves. He's been going a whole year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why his recruits are still going to Florida? Or is that Brent Venables? Is Brent, you know what I'm saying, and his team, going to Oklahoma? Like, how do they have the top?
Is better in Oklahoma than it is in USC.
Come on now. We all know
obvious,
that is not true.
Trey, that is obvious. That is obvious. They're still going to Oklahoma because it's a better program and definitely a harder conference. We've already established that.
Well, it might be a harder conference. I don't know.
And then Oklahoma.
Wait, hold on. What we not going to do soon? Here you come with the disrespect. What we not going to do is act like the Pac-12 has head. We're not going to act like the Pac-12 in 2022 has held
you said it wrong.
down.
It's the WAC-12. It's the WAC-12.
The Pac-12. Why when you said that, I thought for a second, did I say it wrong? It's like, wait, what? No, but the Pac-12, and I have to make sure I don't say the WAC-12. The Pac-12 did their thing this year. 16.
I give you that. However, everyone knows Big 12, Oklahoma is about to go to the hardest conference in NCAA football. So that's why.
They're not alone. Texas going with
us in Texas, yeah. I'm saying those are the two. We the two teams, but we be killing Texas. I mean, yeah, they beat the brakes off us this year, but normally we beat the brakes off Texas. But it is what it is. Where was USC ranked in recruiting?
They're in the top 20.
Top 20.
I think number 13 or something like that.
Oh, okay. Brent better do something. I know
but that's just the early. But that's just the early signing period. Like we might make a difference. Right. Yeah, ain't no telling what we do after when the second one comes around.
Right.
Right now, I don't know. I wonder, is that Brent's doing, or is it like going off?
No, it definitely. No. I will say. Excuse me. I will say it definitely ain't Brent's doing. I don't think. I mean, he may have a small part in it, but for the most part, it's not that. It's the program itself, I think. Because you got to keep in mind, have you ever seen? We got one of the most recent state of the art locker rooms remodeled. So if you've seen our locker room, that locker rooms is we're part of the Jordan brand. So
okay.
yeah, we're part of the Jordan.
Nike
when you walk,
Nike
yeah,
sponsors.
so
So you should see people like Oregon, y'all, North Carolina, and all that type of stuff. Yeah,
right. We're part of the Jordan brand. So when you walk into our locker room, they got a plethora of a display of Jordan brand cleats, tennis shoes, all of that. When you walk in the OU locker room, so and young kids, that's what that sells them. They go off that right out the gate. You know what I'm saying? When you see that, you be like, oh, So yeah, we got one of the most. I think they just remodeled our locker room. About 3 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, I want to say. Let me check for sure, but yeah, we just got it remodeled recently. So that's why. And that's big when it comes to recruiting. When it's all said, because if you got all the state of the art stuff and things like that, kids love that.
Mm-hmm. Everyone put with the fancy uniforms. I get it.
Right.
Again,
Which we
marketing tools, basically. Yeah. What's good, Coach Richardson? How you doing? What's going on? Matter of fact, are you gonna pull up to the game in San Antonio tonight, Coach? Top 5, 3 5-stars, and 14 4-stars. Why? How? Like, you know what? I'm not going to even say anything. It's a whole nother year that for all that to sit up and be talked about.
Top 5, 3 5-stars, and 14 4-stars. Yeah, we did good. Yeah.
And it's like y'all is top 5, and with that, I know the 3 stars is what's really pushed. 4 stars, the 5 stars is what's really pushing it. But imagine who was the other ones ahead of you? Oklahoma. I mean, not Oklahoma. That's on the tip of my tongue. I know Alabama is top 1. Oregon's number 11. Oh yeah, okay. I figured you'd be there, Coach.
2017 was when it got remodeled.
Okay. I was like, Coach, so you gonna be there, showing up, pulling up. All right, got you. Oregon's number 11. So yeah. Don't worry.
Oregon's number 11 in what? In
recruiting.
Recruiting.
Mm-hmm. And after the early period. Where we at now?
May of 2017 was our renovation of our locker room.
So it works sometimes. I mean, it's hard, and then of course NILs, in which I just seen someone when Coach Rule from Nebraska was just talking about if you only come into my school because of what NIL I can get you, then I don't need you. I don't want you here. Do you agree with it? Coach Rule from Nebraska? All right, you agree with that type of statement? No.
Because
why not? It's real talk.
No, but he can say that, but he gonna lose recruits like that.
Because that's what some people are coming.
That's all that, man. Come on, bro. Since they did the NIL, of course. Yeah, he gonna lose. He gonna lose mad recruits. I'm gonna be completely honest. He gonna lose mad recruits, bro. Trying to be like that, bro. Hold on, Trey. 1 second. Let me do this real quick. Let me show you something.
He said Rule will be a job loser out of the job. I don't know, Coach. That's Rule has been successful in his college endeavors. He wasn't too hot during the pros, but he has been successful during his college endeavors. He might be able to do something. You know what I'm saying? He might be able to turn Nebraska around in them 3 years. Or it might take the 3 years, and they might have to basically just give before the NIL.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think, and then you got to take a look at y'all going to be gone. He's not going to have Oklahoma or Texas to have to deal with that. So that's a thing. But he will have Houston going.
Big 12 champions, all them times. Look at that locker room.
They ain't stopped making locker rooms when they made y'all.
They didn't, but ain't nobody's looking like ours, though. I'm telling you, bro. They're not looking like ours. I'm just saying. All the teams we defeated. They even got a barber. We the
If
truth,
you
bro.
was if you was a incoming recruit in your heyday, what is getting you
Oklahoma,
to what is
Oklahoma, Oklahoma.
okay,
Look at the massage
Oklahoma?
test.
What is getting you to what's going to be the key thing that's going to get you to be like, yo, I'm pulling up.
For me, it would be locker room. It would be. I mean, don't get me wrong. One of the major things would definitely be the coaching. Coaching is
Mhm.
first and foremost. Depending on the coach's resume, all of that good stuff, man. All of that plays a part in my opinion. I
LSU's
think
is
it's
pretty nice. I know that for a fact. They just built theirs within the last 5 years as well.
okay. Yeah.
I seen theirs. But you say coaching, but so outside the
Yeah.
coaching, are you looking at uniforms, state of the
Absolutely.
art
State of the
equipment,
art. Yes.
buildings, facilities? You're looking at the
All of that.
city around you, or whatever case like that. Because, like you said Oklahoma right off the rip, right? But what if you got a couple of other ones that are wooing you? Hey, theirs ain't looking too shady. So does Oklahoma get the nod just because it's your favorite, or are you, if they start looking at some better stuff, like, wait, hold up? And this is before NIL. I'm very sure
Right. Of
NIL makes a
course.
difference,
Right.
because if Oklahoma can't offer you too much on the NIL front, and you're
Right.
probably a 3, 4-star, 5-star, do you start looking at other schools with the facilities and stuff? Like we said, LSU, who has a pretty good facility. Oregon, we know they fire with their uniforms. Like, if that's your
Niche.
what gets your thing going, are you looking at them? Can they bring you in with even with a little better NIL, or maybe not?
So yeah. So for me, I would definitely say that like I said, coaching would be first. NIL would definitely play a part, but mainly I think one of my biggest things probably would be that would woo me or wow me or get me more interested is your track record in regards to how many times you've been to bowl games, what bowl games you've participated in, how many conference championships you have, just the program's history in itself. You know what I'm saying? That's just like, I mean, that's in a way, it's just like, being drafted, even though you have no control on where you're being drafted. You definitely want to go a team. You're not trying to go to Detroit. You're not trying to go to New Jersey, the Jets. You're not trying to go to any of those teams who've never won a Super Bowl, whose last time they seen the playoff has been 10, 20 years, 2 decades or whatever. You're not trying to go to those teams. But the good thing in college football, you have a choice. So you're definitely looking at the track record. You're definitely looking at the winning percentage. You're definitely looking at the program's history, things of that nature. So for me, those things would be top. Now, as far as the NIL, that's one of the most recent things that's been added. So, who could possibly provide me the best NIL opportunity? Yeah, that would probably play a factor, because we all know when being a college athlete, student athlete, it's hard. It's hard to play ball and get your work done and not get paid to do any of those things.
So,
you know what I'm saying? Trying to get
so,
your degree and all of that.
so prior to NIL,
Mm-hmm.
you're being recruited by 3 teams:
Mm-hmm.
Nick Saban's LSU Tigers, Pete Carroll's USC Trojans,
Nick Saban,
Kelly's,
LSU Tigers.
yeah,
You talking about back in the day?
yeah, back in the day.
Oh, okay.
So Pete Carroll's USC Trojans, Nick Saban's Tigers, or Kelly's Oregon Ducks. Who you going to?
Nick Saban, LSU Tigers,
Pete
Oregon
Carroll's
Ducks,
USC Trojans, or Kelly's
Oregon Ducks.
Oregon Ducks. Before the NIL.
Of course, before the end.
Which means we don't know if the boosters are sliding you something under the table at any of the schools, but before the NIL.
Yeah, of course. I would probably highly lean toward Oregon.
Oregon, really?
Yeah.
Why so? Because they still was Oregon. They still was doing their thing then.
Yeah, they've been doing their thing as the program as setting the precedents in regards to looks, and in regards to like Chip Kelly didn't do what he needed to do in Philly when he came to the NFL. However, what he did out there in Oregon was phenomenal, and his coaching during that time frame was pretty good. And not only that, they're I mean, Oregon was one of the first teams, if not the first team, to come out with the crazy color schemes of so many different uniforms that just was wowing. If there anything else, if Oregon couldn't play ball, they definitely
They
looked the
look
part.
good doing it.
They looked the part. You know what I'm saying? If they couldn't play ball, they looked the part. But fortunately enough, they could play ball and look good all at the same time. So if it was me, it would probably be Oregon, then
Oregon.
USC, then LSU. Yeah, in that order. It would be I would that's how I would look at it. I'd be like, okay, Oregon's top on my list and then USC. But of course, then again, when it's all said and done, I would have to, once I made the visit, I would see who was talking.
The visit, of course, yeah,
Right.
that's true. And then you got to think so, like, and because it goes back to now, and I think that puts you in the simple fact of, okay, these are historic programs at that time, historic programs in which we're talking about, but it's
Mm-hmm.
like, what, you know what I'm saying, two different types of styles and coaching. So it's like, what, you know what I'm saying, what it is going to be. So it puts you in that mindset, all right, like we just talked about, the ability to get to championships, the culture of the team and all that type of stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
I get it to where in-state is. We know we see USC in the same uniforms. We see
Mm-hmm.
LSU in the same uniforms. But even
Oklahoma in the
then,
same
back then,
uniforms. Yeah.
10 to 15 years ago, Oregon was
Killing the
that
game.
team with the
15
combination of
different
uniforms.
15 uniforms, bro. They had a
Yeah.
uniform for every they had choices when it came to uniform picks. You know what I'm saying? Can you get the NIL and then leave in 2 years, or do you have to stay all 4 years? That's a good question.
No, I think you get. I think
I
it's
don't know. Does it
predicating on
transfer?
how
Is it
long you're there.
transferable? Is it transferable
No,
though? Can you?
no, I think they no, because they're going to ship and continue to do because most of the time it's for in some instances it's local in local deals in within the state or within the city or something like that. So
Mhm.
if you do it for 2 years and then and bounce, then that's just what it is.
Mhm.
Because I think it's the deals are with the organization and they happen to use the player. The organization puts out and they do it with the institution. The institution pick who the player is and to get
Mhm.
more to give them more credibility and more exposure of their brand, depending on the player. So if the player leaves, I think they still keep it, but it starts to be a situation just like anything else. Like me putting my dollars in this, is it helping our organization or our institution,
Mhm.
or is it? So does it help? Like I'm very sure North Texas isn't has NIL, but it's probably not the type of NIL money that is it's probably not the type of NIL money that, let's say, Jackson State had or what Colorado's going to have. Is just a difference. And so,
Mhm.
but yeah, I think it's not it doesn't commit you to the 4 years that you're there. Is only as long as you're there for the most part if it's attached to you. So
Mhm.
from that standpoint, I'm very sure when you get nationally and stuff like that, then ideally you want to attach it. You hope that your NIL dollars are going to a player that is going to be there 4 years, or even if they're not there 4 years, that they're going to be marketable at the next level. So you can basically be like, okay, well, my brand's going to the next level then.
Right.
So
Yeah. And that's the thing. Well, I will say
I
this,
don't even know
man.
if I would want NIL money, bro.
Yeah, you would.
I don't
Yeah, you
know
would. Think
because you
about
think I
just
look
think
at
about.
this.
Go ahead.
What if you ain't performing right, or you know, what I'm saying that could be
But
I'm
that's
very
why
sure that's
that
stressful.
puts your feet to the fire. Yeah, but that puts your feet to the fire, and I feel like that's an incentive to make you play and work harder. Because eventually, I mean, once you make it into the NCAA,
Mm-hmm.
your next goal is to make it into the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Next level, yeah.
yeah, yeah. So if you're trying to make it to the ultimate league and level, you're gonna do whatever it takes to get there. And if you got an NIL endorsement that's pushing you, I feel like that's gonna be something that you use to get yourself over the top and help you focus on what you need to focus on to continue to do better and continue to get that NIL money.
Yeah,
In my
I don't
opinion.
know. Yeah, I don't know if how I would feel if I would want to if I would want to continue in that and be like, or sometimes you just want to chill, be like, you know what, I'm good.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I
I'm
know it's pretty stressful because I'm sure your agent and all that is telling you, hey, Trey, look, bro, look, Nike is saying, bro, you don't have enough sacks, you ain't got enough tackles, You about to
You need to
lose this
pick it up. Yeah.
NIL. You need to pick it up, and you know, of course, that's a lot. Like you said, there's a lot of stress. Now, mind you, still got to worry about schoolwork. Still got to worry about you know, your grades. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. So I totally, yeah, it's definitely stressful. But I do feel as though it prepares you for if you do make it into the NFL, because all those same things are happening in the NFL. It's like a precursor for the NFL, because if you're good enough and you make it to the NFL eventually, and if you're that dude, the same thing is gonna happen, but on a different scale, a higher scale. You know what I'm saying? So it's just in my opinion, it's just prepping you for a bigger scale.
So interesting enough. Talk about big scales. Making a shift to NBA for us a little bit. Of course, we know there was 8 games last night. That shows some interesting stuff. First and foremost, I like to start here. I know I'll always get backslack for saying I saved the Lakers for last. Well, the Lakers haven't been doing last type work to where they should do. I see your little smirk. You ain't got to hold it in. I see your little smirk.
I didn't do
That's
nothing,
fair.
bro. What are you talking about, bro? I'm just saying. I'm just happy about my Nets, man. That's all. You know what I'm saying? That's all. I'm just, you know, I'm
Last
excited
night, the
about
Lakers
what my Nets are doing. That's all.
Last night, the Lakers played the Miami Heat,
Mm,
in which,
mm,
let's just be honest, they wasn't victorious, losing 112-98, in which that
mm,
puts the Lakers currently at 14-21, losing 9 of the past 13 games since
mm,
Anthony Davis went
mm,
down with a stretch
mm,
fracture in his foot. The
mm,
Heat with the win
mm,
improved to 18-17, just one game above 500. In the loss, LeBron James 27 points, 9 rebounds, 6
mm,
assists.
mm, mm. Oh, am I saying that out loud? My bad.
Additionally, Russell Westbrook and Dennis Schroeder contribute with 15 points apiece. Russell Westbrook 4 rebounds, 8 assists. Dennis Schroeder 2 rebounds, 2 assists. 14 points from Tim Brown Jr., 10 points from Wagan Gabriel, and 11 points from Thomas Bryant. For the Heat, the Heat's 27 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 23 points from Bam Adebayo with 14 rebounds to go along with that, 18 points from Tyler Hero, 12 points, 2 rebounds from Gabe Vincent, 13 from Caleb Martin, 8 Duncan Robinson, and Max Strus with 7. With that, like I said, that puts the Lakers at the 13th of
This is what's wrong with the
15
Lakers right here.
players.
This is what's wrong with the Lakers right here. This, you see, they too busy focus on this nonsense right here. Focus on the game, bro. Stop all the damn dancing. Focus on the game. This is not a talent show. It's not a talent show. What are you doing? What are you doing? You're having too much fun losing. You're having too much fun losing. That's all I'm saying, bro.
So now, sounds like the Lakers can't live without AD. You might be right. You might be right.
Ooh, who said that? Anthony. Good call,
So
Anthony, because you know Trey here. This guy right next to me. This guy over here too. Oh, wrong side. This guy over here on my screen. Like he's over here. This guy here. He doesn't feel that way. He's wanting to. Good morning, Kanice. How you doing?
what's going on? See,
He's wanting to get rid of old AD, man. He's willing to let this dude ride out into the sunset.
so again, there's a reason behind my. I'm not saying that he's not worthy. He's not a good player. I just think we get more bang for our buck if we dangle him as opposed to Russell Westbrook. Because now we're even looking at the sense like LeBron said last night. He had said it after they lost to Dallas on Christmas Day that he needs help. I mean that's what it is. And now more and more he's starting to basically come out and say it. Last night he basically talked about how like LeBron turns 38 on Friday. 38 years old, 20 years in the league already, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's basically talking about how at this point in his stage in his career, he wants to win. Winning is his DNA. What's not in his DNA is playing for the love of the game and playing for fun. Like he may not be playing for money, even though he gets paid top dollars. He's not playing for money necessarily, but he's saying it's other aspects of it. And playing
Mm-hmm.
to win championship is that aspect of it. When you look
Mm-hmm.
at it, he's the first player to win championships and win a Finals MVP for 3 different franchises.
Mm-hmm.
But of them 3 franchises, he was more. I get they were early in his career.
Mm-hmm.
He has multiple years, multiple appearances in the playoffs, in the finals, multiple finals MVPs. Like it took him to get to LA, my beloved LA Lakers, for him to miss his playoffs. He's missed multiple playoff games. He was knocked out of the first round of the playoffs for the first time in his career. It's just heavy as a head at in state. So it's just one of those things where I don't know. But I know Rob Pelinka better turn it around, or it's going to be an unfortunate situation for him at the end of the year.
Ooh,
When you're,
Adebayo went off, huh?
yeah, Bam, 23 points, 14
Bam was
rebounds.
bamming, wasn't he? Wow, Bam was bamming. Okay, Bam. All right, Bam, 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 Bam. From the Flintstones. Ooh, look, damn, Adebayo going ham on these boys. Oh, shooting a trade too. Oh, he missed it. That wasn't him. Oh, he finished. Adebayo, oh, he raising the roof.
So of course, because there's other games that were played. Interesting that the Detroit Pistons, we
Oh
just
my
talked about
God.
the other day how they was losing, gets a W, and Killian Hayes walks away with the NBA boxing championship title as he knocks out Franz Wagner, correction, Moritz Wagner, with the one hitter quitter. Actually, he punched him in the back of the head during a little scuffle in Detroit as the Orlando Magic were hosted by the Detroit Pistons. Detroit gets to win
Wait a minute,
9.
he knocked him out for real?
Yeah, they had a scuffle. So what was going on was at the end of the halftime, coming towards the end of halftime, there was a loose ball, and they both hustled to get it. So Moritz Wagner and Killian Hayes were both going after the ball. Moritz Wagner was going to let the ball go out of bounds, but Killian Hayes tried to go and do his thing, the hustle play, to get the ball and try to put it back in play. Wagner hip checked him into the bench, into his the Detroit bench, and Killian Hayes didn't appreciate it. He got back up and took off on him. Popped him,
What?
hit him in the back of the head. Wagner fell out, and then that's where the scuffle ensued. Like I said, Orlando loses 121 to 101, dropping to 13-23 on the year. The Pistons improved one more, 9-28 on the year. The Magic was led by 19 points from Franz Wagner, Moritz's older brother, 6 rebounds and 3 assists, 16 points, 8 rebounds, 1 assist from Wendell Carter Jr., 15 points from Paolo Banchero, 5 rebounds and 2 assists, 7 points from Moritz Wagner before he went out, 13 minutes played, 7 points apiece from Gary Harris and Mo Bamba, 3 points from Admiral Schofield, Caleb Hostin, 2 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 11.6 rebounds from Bo. For the Pistons, they were led by Sadiq Bey's 28 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. Correction, Alec Burks, 32 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists. Sadiq Bey with 28 points. 14 points from Bojan Bogdanovic. Isaiah Stewart with 11 points. 11 points additionally from Diallo, who got ejected. He was one of the players that got ejected. So 3 players got ejected last night. Wagner got ejected because he started the I ain't gonna say a melee because they were in Detroit and that's what came to mind was the melee in the Palace. But Wagner, he started it. But Diallo and Killian both were ejected for throwing punches. Like I said, Killian Hayes hit Morris Wagner in the back of the head, knocked him out, slumped him. And then, in which now currently what's going on is they expect there to be more fines or ejections because it happened on the Detroit Pistons side of the court, actually near their bench. And with that being said, when it happened, the bench cleared from Orlando's bench cleared, and they ran down to the other side. Which that's those are
Violation.
ejections. Yeah,
Yeah.
so at least
Automatic
seven or
to
eight
clear the bench.
teams, 7 or 8 players left the bench, and so now that puts in a position to where they might be per policies and rules and stuff like that, and violations for leaving the bench. There's going to probably be some fines and ejections as well, to where that could potentially hurt the Orlando Magic when you look at it. So I don't know. It remains to be seen. But like I said, Orlando Magic fall to the Detroit Pistons 121 to 101 last night.
He
Yeah,
put
he
that man.
slept
He
them.
put him to sleep.
Yeah, he slept them. It was the back of the head, so I think it was just a matter of where he punched him at, and
Right.
he wasn't expecting it because his back was turned.
Was he
So
able to even? Was he even able to? Was he at least able to break his fall?
Yeah, he hit him and he fell into the bench. He fell into the Detroit
Okay.
bench.
Okay.
I mean, but it comes out. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully he's okay. You don't want to see that type of stuff, but I mean, you play messed up games, you get messed up prizes. Unfortunate, and they lost. He got beat and he lost. The Suns, y'all be careful. The Suns, of course, 102 to 127, but that 127 belonged to the Washington Wizards. 15-21 in the year. The Suns 20-16. The Suns was led by DeAndre Ayton's 31.7 rebounds and 3 assists. 20 points from Chris Paul, 2 rebounds, 7 assists. 17 points, 4 rebounds, and 5 assists from Mikal Bridges. 10 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists from Dwayne Washington Jr. Josh Okogie contributed with 3 points, 8 points from Damian Lee, 5 points apiece from Torrey Craig and Jock Landale. For the Wizards, Raya Hachimura, 30 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 22 points apiece from Kyle Kuzma and Kristaps Porzingis. Gafford with 4 points, 14 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist. Monte Morris, 12.6 rebounds, 8 assists. Dayline Wright, 3 points, 3 rebounds, 7 points from Taj Gibson, and Vernon Carey Jr. contribute with 2 rebounds and 1 assist. So, of course, Kyle Kuzma doing his thing. Kristaps Porzingis helped out. But, of course, Hachimura doing all the lifting for the most part, putting them in the victory lane for last night's game, of course. And this game wasn't had anything like the other games. But now there were some, where was it at? The Pelicans. Woo! Your boy Zion is making a play as the Timberwolves fall to the New Orleans Pelicans 119 to 118. New Orleans improves to 22-12 on the year. The Timberwolves dropped to 16-19 in a game in which I'll get to it in a second as it comes up. 27 points apiece from D'Angelo Russell and Anthony Edwards. 6 rebounds, 2 assists from Edwards. 3 rebounds, 4 assists from Russell. 14 points from Nayland Howe. 13 from Naz Reid. 10 points from Rudy Gobert. 8 rebounds, 2 assists, but he did go out in the fourth quarter, fouled out, 6 fouls. Jaden McDaniel, 19.7 rebounds, 3 assists. Forwards with 2 points, 1 point from Nathan Knight for the Pelicans. A game leading 43 points, 3 rebounds and 5 assists, as well as the 43 points. Zion Williamson scored 14 consecutive points to basically put the Pelicans ahead and get the win, the 1-point win. 20 points from C.J. McCollum, 21 points from Trey Benford III. Jonas Valanciunas at 12 points, 11 rebounds, 2 assists. 12 points from Najee Harris, from Najee Marshall, 3 points apiece from Dyson Daniels and Jackson Hayes. 4 rebounds and 1 assist from Devontae Graham. And basically, all this was done without Brandon Ingram.
Oh wow.
All still without Brandon Ingram. So, another thing I guess you can look at it, the uh, the Minnesota Timberwolves don't have Cat, so I guess it's an even trade off. But anyway, the New Orleans Pelicans are still hot stepping, getting it taken care of. Um, Zion Wilson, where are your things with Zion Wilson? I know you've talked about him before. Are you
Mm-hmm.
starting to feel like, yeah,
He coming into himself. I
all
think
he had to do was
he's
get back to the league?
yeah. All he needed to get was to get back on the court, and he's back on the court. And now we about to see Zion flourish. We're about to see what everybody talked about Zion when he was out there in Duke. It's about to go down.
Another game with a certain turn. The Milwaukee Bucks and the Chicago Bulls faced off last night. Chicago hosting um, in Milwaukee. Giannis Antetokounmpo, 45 points, 22 rebounds, and
Ugh.
7 assists. The boy is nasty. Grayson Allen, 13 points, 2 rebounds, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 14.6 rebounds, 1 assist from Brooke Lopez, 20 points, 11 rebounds, 1 assist from Bobby Portis, 8 points from George Hill. Wesley Matthews contributed 3.6 rebounds. Javon Carter, 5 rebounds, 1 assist in his efforts. Joe Ingles, 5 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists for the Milwaukee Bucks. For the Chicago Bulls, DeMar's like, hold my beer. 42 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists in his efforts, 24 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists from Zach LaVine, 12 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist from Goran Dragic. Also contributions, 7 points, 13 rebounds, and 1 assist from Andre Drummond. Javante Green, 5 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. Patrick Williams, 8 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Nikola Jokic, double-double, 15 points, 14 rebounds, 5 assists. Ayo Damansu, 6 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. For the win, the Chicago Bulls making a comeback in the fourth quarter, down by 15 points, making a comeback to get the win 119 to 113, improving to 15-9 on their season so far, 34 games in. The Milwaukee Bucks dropped to 22-12. These 40-point games, in which interesting concept, right? I was listening to CC on his show last night, the Die Hard fan, in which he was talking about, do these points make a difference, right? Like it stated, do these points make a difference when you're scoring and y'all scoring and you score 42, someone else scores 40 points, it cancels out a little bit, and basically you're left with what your teammates have scored. Do these points really make a difference? The 42 points from DeRozan, the 45 points from Giannis, are those empty points instantly? And what CC was talking about, which I thought was a very interesting topic and subject, is like, do these points make a difference, especially when they cancel out? And so, but I'm very sure DeMar DeRozan's points made a difference, even though he had less. But he was able to will his team back. Like I said, they was down by 15 points in the fourth quarter, in which some of those 42 points came, and he was able to help to elevate them and get the win last night. So, but more to be seen for the Bulls. They're not completely down and out. Like I said, 82 games is a lot of games, and we'll continue on from there. Of course, what you would have thought would have been a loss, in which we had a conversation yesterday, in which I talked about a conversation that was had, in which people were doing uh, in reference to players from Golden State. But before we get back into that conversation, take a look at let's hear about Golden State and Utah Jazz play one another. Golden State uh, led by Jordan Poole's 26 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 19 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists for Dante DiVincenzo, 17 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists from Jerome, 11 points, 3 rebounds from Patrick Baldwin Jr., Draymond Green, 6 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 10 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists from Anthony Lamb, Kevin Looney, 6 points, 12 rebounds, and 5 assists to go along with that. Moses Moody, 4 points from James Wiseman. And Jonathan Kuminga, 9 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Of course, you realize 3 top names were missing in that aspect. That is Seth Curry. I mean, not Seth. Steph Curry, Clay Thompson, and Andrew Wiggins. So you can almost suspect that it wasn't pretty too keen in the department of wins when it came down to it, especially facing a hot Utah team, in which they had 29 points from Lauri Markkanen, 22 points from Jordan Clarkson. For Markkanen, 16 rebounds and 1 assist to go along. Clarkson, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Colin Sexton, 11 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists. Vanderbilt, 10 points, 9 rebounds. Kelly Olynyk, 9 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. 6 points from Nikhil Anderson Walker, 2 from Rudy Gay. Kessler with 6 points, 6 rebounds, and 1 assist. And Malik Beasley with 7 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. But Utah Jazz get the win. Get the loss with all that firepower missing from Golden State. Utah gets the win, 112-107. Golden State gets the win, 112-107. Utah falls to 19-18 on the year. Golden State improves to 500, 18-18 on the year, and they continue to take care of the side when they're at home. So that seems to be their strength, is playing at home, not so much on the road. But they, I think they're 3-0 on the current 3-0 in their current homestand, and the back to 500. I think a 10, if not the 10th team currently in the league. In the West, but they're moving up, making their play slowly but surely without their top players. So that's got to say a lot. I think that's usually a good boost and in a person's confidence when you can do that, missing your top 3 players in your on your team and still get the win over a team that's not missing the same.
Right.
Well, one other game last night, then I want to bring up something to you, Bishop, because it was we wasn't on yesterday. They didn't get to talk about it, but first and foremost, the Denver Nuggets faced off against the Sacramento Kings in Sacramento. Sacramento with a 1-point win, 127-126, improving to 18-15 on the year. The Nuggets 22-12 with the loss. The Nuggets was led by Nikola Jokic's 40 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists. In my opinion, Jokic is like, I ain't went no year yet. Y'all need to stop playing with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Stop playing with me, acting like I don't do this. Nashawn Bones Highland, 20 points, 5 rebounds, 11 assists, 9 points from Christian Bond. Kassar, 9 points, 2 rebounds, 4 points from Ish Smith, 19.7 rebounds, 1 assist from Michael Porter Jr. Najee's 14.3 rebounds. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, 7 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. In this particular game, they were without Jamal Murray and Aaron Gordon, which probably made the difference. For the Kings, with a fractured hand, Domantas Sabonis, 31 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. De'Aaron Fox, 31 points, 2 rebounds, 13 assists. Malik Monk, 33 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. 5 points apiece from Trey Lyles and Davion Mitchell. Also, Keegan Murray, 5 points, 8 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Harrison Barnes. Kevin Huerter, 6 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. As the Sacramento Kings were able to pull out the top win. So, in this alone, Bishop, what we have is Domantas Sabonis, 31 points, 10 rebounds. Nikola Jokic, 40 points, 7 rebounds. Earlier, Giannis Antetokounmpo, 45 points. Like, although there were other players that, did certain things that were American-born players, these overseas players, international players, are problems. We just saw the other day before yesterday.
Problem.
Correct. You know what? I stand corrected. Been a problem.
Been problem.
And one particular continues to show us that, okay, my defense may not be that hot, but watch me on the opposite side of the ball. What did you think about Luka's 60-point triple-double
the other night?
Tuesday night? 60 points, 27 rebounds, and 10 assists.
Yeah, I think I was somewhere. Where was I? I was somewhere and somebody was like, "Man, y'all see Luka drop 60?" I said, 60? Are you serious?
60-point triple double
Triple double. I was like, "Are you serious?" They was like, "Yeah, he dropped 60." I said, "Damn, man,
in his
like,
bag.
yeah,
And that's that situation in which I said if your offense can be defense. I mean, obviously he can't do it by himself, but you know what I'm
right,
saying. But if you just get a few people that's doing a little or something, your offense you may not be that your defense may not be that legit, but if you clicking like that, 60 points and a triple double, that means you were getting like all those the offense, all them plays was offensive rebounds.
right,
Like if you're doing that, then that means obviously he got 10 assists and someone's just putting the ball in the hole besides him. So it's like that type of stuff. That's where your offense becomes defense because you got to look
right.
60 points. If you yourself score 60 points, what is the other team scoring? Or are you the only 60 points like he was cooking? I mean, the dude.
I mean, bro, I don't even. What do you say about a person that drops 60 and still hits a triple double? Like
It's like, what do you do?
that's like he was all in it. Like you said, he was all in his bag. Like he was unstoppable that night. There was nothing anyone could have done about that. That's like there's nothing you could do when a person is in his bag like that. Ain't nothing you could do about that, bro. But sit there and just take it.
But take
Just
it.
say, yeah,
Just take it.
take that L, bro. You got to take that L. There's nothing you can do to combat that. There's nothing you can do. I'm pretty sure they probably triple, double, quadruple teamed him, and that's when he started pushing out assists.
At some point, like you said, he's in that zen. In the military, if you're MRT, my MRTs are out there, you have a thing called the zen. You're in your zen era, and once you're in your zen, basically that's that point to where it's nothing. It's nothing that no one can do to take you out of it.
None,
You're just
none.
is at that point you just in the zone, and
You
that's
just
what that
accept
zen
it.
is. It's a zone. You got to basically just live in that moment and do as much as you can in that moment because you're at that point to where it's nostalgic. And there's nothing you can do. I've had a zen moment once in playing intramural basketball while I was in Iraq, in which I was just in the zone. It was nothing I could do. I was throwing up stuff that I was like, oh hell, what was I thinking? It was going in. So it's like I was just in that zone. It was like
It happens.
what you can't know what
It
you know what I'm
happens.
saying? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like you can't do nothing at this point. I've been in Zen playing football, you know what I'm saying? The Zen messing
Right.
in moments where it's like it's just nothing. And when you get in that zone and it just starts happening, you just let it happen. Hopefully
Yeah.
you got someone that's feeding you. It's like, well, shoot, let's go. Hot hand, let's go. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing that can be done. And that type of stuff starts to put pressure on other teams to
Yeah.
where remember
Yeah.
Bo Jackson and Barry Sanders in that game they played against one another where they was just
Mhm.
taking like both of them in they zen, but who can hold that? Who can stay in that zone the longest?
It is. Yeah.
It's just
It
one of
is
those
what it is.
things.
Yeah. You just. Yeah. I don't, bro. I don't like. You don't even know. Like, it's like, what do you do? Like, what do you say to something like that, bro? You just
You just hunch your
like,
shoulders like
yeah.
fam,
You
like
like.
it's like
That's
shit. What you want
that's
me
one
to
of the
do?
Michael Jordans. Like, what you want me to do, bro? Like that's that Michael Jordan. I'm in the zone. Like what is his name? What is his name?
You know what? If you in
Billy
the
Ho.
zen,
Billy Ho. I'm in the zone. I'm
yeah.
in the zone. I'm in the zone. You know, I mean, it is what it is. When you
If
in the
you're
zone,
in that zone, Bishop, what is your aura? What's your face? Are you just smiling as you're doing stuff? Or are you still
that's
stone
me.
face?
That's
You
me.
smiling?
I'm
I'm
smiling.
stone face.
I'm smiling.
I'm
That's
stone.
all I
I
can
got
do.
that black mama mentality in my mindset. Like you know, what I'm saying it ain't over. The party ain't
Yeah.
over. And I was I'm
Party
going.
over.
He's like,
Party
ain't
over.
no smiling. You know, what I'm saying ain't none of that. I'm still at that point. At that point, I'm trying to catch bodies. Do not be if wherever you are. I'm like at this point, I'm just trying to exclamate point everything. If you in
Yeah.
the zone, if you in the paint, I'm trying to catch a body.
Catch your
If you
body.
if you guarded me going down the field, I'm trying to moss you. Like I'm
That's it.
looking for you. Like I'm stone faced. Ain't no smiling. I smile once the game over. Until
Yeah.
then, you just gonna sit up and be like, yo,
See me
what's
when you
wrong
can
with this
see me.
dude?
Yep. See me when you can see me, bro.
But you said
back.
you smiling,
Bro,
and,
I'm smiling
hitting.
because to me it's funny. Like you say, when you throw up stuff and it's still going in, you can't help but laugh at that, bro. You can't help but smile at that. When you throw up stuff that you know probably shouldn't go in, and it go in, all you can do is smile and shake it. Me, that's all I can do is smile and shake my head.
I'm not dapping teammates.
What?
I'm not.
Damn.
No, I'm not dapping
Damn,
teammates. I
Trey.
don't want you touching my hands. Don't know, man. Get yourself.
Don't you selfish ass. See, that's selfishness. That's
I ain't
selfishness.
touching.
Don't
I
want
ain't
it to
dapping
rub off on
teammates.
nobody.
When we go
Look,
timeouts, I ain't going in the thing.
what
I'm
up,
going to the
Leslie?
bench and putting the
Look
towel
at
over
this
my
man.
head and sitting down.
What's
Like
up?
I'm in the zone. Don't even mess with me.
This
When I
dude
hear the
here
whistle
selfish.
blow and
He
the
don't want to
thing
rub
go,
out.
I'm
See,
getting
he
back
the one.
up and I'm going back.
He was who was it? Donald Duck, I think it was. Was it Donald? Daffy Duck on Space Jam.
On Space Jam.
Didn't want to share the juice. Give me the juice. That's him. That's him right there. Don't want to share the juice, man. Don't want to share the juice. Don't want to push it
Anything. I
around,
was
man.
like,
Come on, man. Let
I'm
other people get the
good.
juice, bro. Let somebody else get the juice.
I'm hanging the towel over my head when I go to the bench. They sit up and call. I'm not sitting with the team. I'm sitting down. Like I'm completely in a whole nother stratosphere at that point. I was like, I don't want it. Once I cool off, I'll come back.
You dirty. You so dirty. That's dirty. Why would you do that? Why would you not allow it to rub off on your teammates, man?
Nah,
don't be like that.
Nah, we're not doing that.
You are something. You are something else. You are something else, guy.
Everyone can get it. At that point, everyone's the enemy.
Everybody's suspect.
Everybody's suspect.
That's a shame, bro.
Everyone is suspect. We is not finna do. Don't touch me.
Don't.
If I get if I get a 3-point, if I get a 3-point play, don't come help me up. I get up.
This dude here, bro.
Leave me alone.
This dude here, man. Yeah.
If I get into a scuffle, I got it. Don't worry. Don't come to my aid.
Let it be.
Yeah, let it be. Huh? Let me take it. Let me take
this
it.
Dude here, bro. This dude here. Wow.
Because it's stuff like this. It's stuff like this that happens, man. Derek Carr.
Benched.
Starter since 2014.
Benched.
Only player that came to his aid is his man's and them from college.
Who? Oh, Devontae Adams. Yeah. Benched. Yeah. Breaking news.
And then to sit up and ask me to step away from the team during this time frame. 2 games left and you want me to step away. Yeah.
Oh, that's disrespectful.
He was asked.
That's disrespectful. That sounds like you. That's disrespectful. That sounds like you. That's disrespectful. That is so.
Like hey Trey, we gonna ask you to step away from the team.
Hey, can you?
We gonna bench you.
Yeah, can you grab your stuff and like not come to the game?
Wait, you think they told him to clear out his locker too?
Oh yeah. He ain't finna, bro. You can't stay after that, bro. You can't stay after that. You can't stay after that.
You gonna be like, just talk to my agent. He's like, you know what? Y'all just talk to my agent. Y'all ain't gotta say nothing.
Basically,
else to me.
Yeah. They did him like Eddie Kane Jr.
Ain't no one came to see you, Otis.
Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis. Yeah, he did him like Eddie Kane Jr. Man, that's bad. I saw that. I just saw that too, and I was like, really?
But think about it, man. So let's think about this. Let's unpack this a little bit, right?
Man, he packing while we unpacking. He packing. Why he packing? We packing. That's right, Leslie. He clear out your locker, bro, because you're done.
What? Y'all is savage. I didn't expect. So I wouldn't expect him to pack his stuff. Like, hey, just take a little. You know, what I'm saying,
Trey,
it's 2 games left.
You can't, bro. How do you come back to that? You can't come back to that, bro. You can't come back.
Why not? Because you've been benched. It's a part of the game. You ain't performing. Think about it, right? Think when we
Trey, listen, this is the thing. Hold on, this is the thing. Okay, cool, I get it. You're not performing, you get benched. But for you to tell me I can't come to the game, bro, that's a whole side.
We don't want no distractions. We don't want no distractions.
What distraction? What he's gonna tell me, man? You better not throw that ball. He gonna get in, stand him hands. Hey, Jared, don't you throw that ball. Bro, when we get in the locker room, I'm gonna fuck you up, bro. I
I
promise.
mean, I
No,
mean, if
come on,
I was
ain't no
sitting, I'd be like,
distractions.
again, if I was sitting, don't touch me, man. Don't touch me.
Don't even sit by me. Hey, you know how the kid when you're on the bus and one kid sitting in one seat by himself and you want that seat, he scoot over so don't nobody sit with him. He got that whole seat by. That's what Stedham will be doing. Jared gonna be, don't sit here. Don't. This seat's taken.
Y'all is savage. Look at this.
Clean
Y'all
out your
is
locker room
savage.
and return that parking pass.
I'm not.
Hey,
That's not
let
what I'm
me get
thinking.
that.
Like I
Let
think
me
it
get
for the
that.
life of me. I didn't sit up and think about that. Like I just thought, like again, hey, we don't want.
He gonna
no
try. Hey, and this is the thing. He gonna try to drive in, and the dude at the gate gonna be like, "Now, Derek,
It's like,
now
hold up,
you
let me
know,
go back
give me your
inside and make
pass.
that phone
Give me your
call.
pass, Derek. I don't know why you drove all the way over here when you know Coach told you not to bring your butt up here. Give me your pass. Give me your pass. I need you to give me the one out the window too. Give me the one. Peel the sticker off the window. Give me that one too. You're no longer a player. Give me that sticker.
See, that's
Let me
when
get
you
that.
sit up and do that, and he just come back in with the owner because the owner's pretty cool with him. So it's one of those things.
That's
But
trash.
he's been a starter since 2014. He holds virtually all the passing records in the Vegas in Raider franchise history. To be benched by a fourth
That's
round player
trash.
and told you, you know, saying don't come back. You're done for the year, and they're still mathematically alive to make the playoffs. So what you're telling me is I'm not worthy.
Anthony said the car home burning all the Raiders gear, bro. He had the house just putting it on the grill. He had there burning, just grilling all the Raiders stuff. Man, that's crazy. Not only him though, this just came up too. Carson Wentz will be the starter versus the Cleveland Browns on Saturday. He's back in the lineup. He's back in the lineup.
So, do you think? I seen something on NFL.com where it says now there's particularly plays in which they're talking about what is not. See how this all turns. So now we're basically saying that. I mean, he had one bad year with the new head coach.
That's a lot though. That is a lot though.
The first year that not he played well and then went like they was just a 10-17, right? They was just a 10-17 the year before. Got into the playoffs. Now they're not so much. But they're not mathematically eliminated yet. Because he gets benched, now we're talking about where's the best landing spot for Derek Carr? Tampa Bay, Indianapolis, New Orleans, New York. Like again, I say I didn't see what the hotness was on Derek Carr to begin with. Just my personal opinion. But y'all is on one. Talk about give me your stuff. Like don't come back. Like the man, he's not gone. He's the quarterback. Like I think the Raiders is still his team. I don't think they're doing it
you
like
think
that.
So?
Yeah.
How do you come back from that, bro? When a person when a person tells you not to show up, bro, you do not come back from that, bro. You do not come. How do you get respect from your teammates when a person tells you don't come back, don't come to the game?
Eric said we've been stupid to start him.
No, he talking about. I think he talking about Wentz. I think Eric is talking about Wentz.
Yeah.
Last two games. I believe that's what Eric clarified that.
Yeah, you're right.
I think that's what he talking about as far as Wentz is concerned.
You're right. Carr had weapons and still can do, and I get that, but it's the first year. It's a different handbook. I mean, a playbook.
Right.
He did not have weapons the whole year because halfway through the season he lost Waller, he lost Renfro, Josh Jacobs came on late in the season. Okay, we got you, Eric. I appreciate you for the clarification.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like he lost, like he didn't have weapons the whole year. Like, but then again, I guess when you look at it, it's like you had one of Aaron Rodgers' weapons, and Aaron Rodgers has a better team than a better record than you do.
Las Vegas.
Yeah. So it's like, but he can come back, man. It's just 2 games. 2 games, just chill for a second, come back.
That's 2 games that you're not allowed to be at. You're at home watching as a so-called player. Let me do this for you, Troy. So we playing flag football for the DFAC. You know what I'm saying? You know, we not having the best season or whatever. And I sit and tell you, I say, hey Trey, hey man, we need you to sit out, man. We not gonna need your services, bro.
Oh, it happened to me before.
And you're gonna probably be like, okay, I got it, you know, whatever, you know, you're gonna feel some type of way, probably be in your feelings a little bit or whatever, however. Then I come behind that and be like, not only that though, Trey, you know what I'm saying? Could you not even come to the game? Could you not? I don't want you to be putting no bad juju on the rest of the players. You know, I don't want all that commotion on the sideline. Everybody talking about why you're not playing, you sitting on the sideline, why is you dressed out and you not on the field, all that good stuff. Like, I'm basically telling you to go home and watch the game from the parking lot, or watch the game from the parking lot. How you gonna feel, Trey?
That's happened to me before, and I didn't come back. I didn't come back and play for that team next year.
Exactly. My point exactly. Because you felt disrespected. You felt like they felt like I was the
But it's a little bit different.
Achilles heel to this team.
He's a franchise quarterback.
Point exactly. Franchise quarterback, and you not only benching me, which I can understand, you benching me, but for you to sit here and tell me that I can't even come on, bro. I'm not injured. I'm not hurt. I am
Look at Leslie.
Fully healthy. Just don't come back to the defect at all, bro.
Like, hey, go work. Can you go work at the unit for the rest of the season,
man? Like, I'm not physically hurt. I'm not injured. I'm not sick. But you'd ask me to come back, not to come to the game. Bro,
but I think it goes to what Eric was saying. I think there's some mental things or some personal things going on with Derek Carr, or at least now it is.
I mean, yeah, don't touch that salt shaker, bro. I'm saying, bro, that's just crazy, man. I wouldn't have came back to no team either that tell me to sit out and don't come to the game, bro.
Oh yeah, it was in the playoffs.
If it was me,
it was after I had a hellified game, and the next game it's like, okay, we're gonna start someone else. Like, wait, what?
Bro, and then the next game, that game, I'm looking to play for the team they playing against.
Oh yeah.
I'm looking for the team they playing against.
That's like what I was on. Like I said, I was on deployment and came back, and when I came, it was a whole different regime at the DFAC. And so I came over and asked, like, "Hey, you know, what I'm saying, I'm a cook. I've been deployed. Hey, can I roam with y'all at the DFAC?" And they's like, "Nah, we got we got a team or whatever like that." I was like, "Oh, word."
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying, bro.
I was like, "Oh, word." So they played. So he's like, we got a team and stuff. So we had to see. I was like, word. So I came out there, and the team they was getting ready. I came out there doing a game, and the team they played against needed a player. So I didn't have any gear or anything like that. I had a brand new pair of shoes on too. I was like, nah, I was like, no problem. I was like, I got y'all. So I went. I went and put one of their pennies on. And I had some shorts on already. I just played in the shoes I was in. I was like, I'm finna show them. And so they sit up. I tried my damnedest to sit up and make sure they took an L that game. I tried to do what I could to help, but I was like, you know what, forget it. I was like, I should show them because I had a situation to where it was a ball that was punted. I went back to be the punt returner, and the ball was punted. And what they didn't do is the ball was still they punted it, and the ball was it was coming, and no one was really making the play on the ball. So, of course, me knowing the game, I know this is a live ball. Like, the dude punted it, and it went backwards. So, I'm knowing, like, this is a live ball. Like, I don't have to go for it. So, I'm hustling, trying to get back to the ball, because I was like, if I catch this, I'm finna house this. And I couldn't get back to it in time. And so, the coach for the defect team, he came and pulled up. He's like, man, you're not supposed to be trying to lose. He's like, you trying to play for us. We not trying to lose. I was like, y'all ain't got no room for me. I was like, I'm finna get on with somebody.
That part.
Yeah. So after that, he basically I got a phone call. He's like, hey man, be at practice at this time. So I ended up playing for him. So, but yeah, like I agree with Bishop.
I bet you did. Yeah, I bet you did. Like, you not finna sit here and boo boo on me like I'm chopped liver.
I was in my mindset like how what's his name, Jimmy Butler was when he came back from his from being gone all that time in Minnesota, and he's like,
Mm-hmm.
let me play against all the starters, give me the backups, and sit up and giving them the business. That's my mindset. Like, okay, I'm finna show y'all. Like, this
Yeah.
is what you want to do to me? To me?
Right. Right.
Okay, let's go.
I'm Eddie Kane Jr. I'm Eddie Kane Jr. I don't know who y'all messing with, bro. Hey, what do you think about this, Trey? Do you think this stands? Will this be the outcome for the playoff picture in 2 weeks?
Let me see. Let me open my screens back up. No. No. The NFC wrong one is wrong. So Kansas City and yeah, that's not going to be the case. I do think that the whole NFC East gets in. I do think that.
Which we are right here.
Yeah, I think the whole NFC East gets in. But I think 1 through 4 is wrong, is incorrect.
1 through 4. 1 for the NFC East or the AFC? I mean, for the
NFC,
AFC or the NFC?
NFC 1 through 4 is wrong. I think
1,
2 games
2,
left. I think
3,
that
4.
order is wrong.
So
I think the
who
order
you
is
put
wrong,
one?
and I think
One?
Tampa Bay is not going to be there.
Okay, so who's the 1, 2, who's 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the NFC then? If it's not Philly, Minnesota,
San Francisco and Philadelphia Philadelphia and San Francisco switch roles. Correction. I stand corrected. Well, yes, that's what has to happen. So that's what happens. Philadelphia and San Francisco switch roles potentially. Or San Francisco, I think I see as being the number 1 seed. I know people's dragging me into what's called right now. Whatever. The Panthers. So I think San Francisco is going to be the 1 seed. Philly's going to be the 2 or the 3 seed, and Carolina will probably be the 4th seed.
Ooh, so taking Tampa Bay completely out of it.
Yeah, I don't think Tampa Bay. In any case, even if none of that happens, because we know only Philadelphia needs to only win one game.
Get the first
sit up and see Eric.
Yep, bro. Stop that. Thank you, Eric. You know this dude right here.
So I think San Francisco gets the number 1 seed, which means for that to happen, that's the only reason why I say that they switch, because if that happens, that means Philadelphia loses both their games. But I think Philadelphia has the tiebreaker over Minnesota. But of course, I stand corrected. They can't do that. Yeah. Wait, no, because they can potentially, if that happens, then that means potentially Dallas can go to can move up to become the 3rd seed, the 2nd seed. So yeah, that's why I think 1 through 5 is incorrect. However that goes, my thing is, I think 1, Tampa Bay doesn't make it. 2, San Francisco gets the number 1 seed.
Okay, AFC.
The AFC 1, 2, 3, 4. The Jaguars, I think, have made a play. They're good. Cincinnati. For the most part, I think that's good. That's good. I definitely think that's going to remain to be the same. Yeah, I think that remains to be the same. Because I think the only person that's really in danger in the West, in the NFC, is Washington, because they still got Detroit that's lurking. Yeah, but besides that, that's what I think. What, Eric? Whoa, man! You know what,
Eric, you know this dude, man. And next thing you're gonna know, he gonna say that, well, a lot of this is because of the inclement weather is the reason why they not.
We're not good. We play the Las Vegas. We play Las Vegas this week.
Mm-hmm. And we got the Saints, but go ahead.
And y'all got the Saints. Yes, y'all have the Saints, and we have Las Vegas. And then at the end of the year, we have Arizona.
Yeah, y'all definitely could win out. And at the end, our last game is the Giants.
Right. So both the teams in which you play have no playoff aspirations whatsoever.
Matter of fact, let me see something. Let me see if Philly talking about if they gonna play Jalen this weekend, because you talking reckless, bro.
No,
You
there's no
talking
need to play
straight
Jalen.
reckless. Well,
Why you
yes, it
do
is a
that?
need.
Why
It
you do
is
that?
a need
Why
to
you do
play
that? You
Jalen.
know who is not playing this week?
Who?
Derrick Henry is out.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah, I heard that. I did hear that.
Derrick Henry's out.
Yeah, I did hear that. Ooh, injury report. When is that? Injury report. Injury report. December the 28th. Jalen Hurts, right shoulder. Lane Johnson, groin. Avante Maddox, toe. Miles Sanders, knee. Need more, be more than his knee. AJ Brown, knee. And Jordan Davis. Jordan Davis is in concussion protocol. Oh, God. Stop it, bro. Are you freaking serious, bro? Oh my God, man. Seriously, right now. Man, come on. Y'all know who is playing this week.
Yeah, but y'all play the Green Bay Packers, Eric. Y'all ain't.
That ain't a shoe in, partner. That
Yeah, for
definitely ain't a
real.
shoe in.
That part.
That
And I
ain't a
was just
shoe in.
about to ask, in that case, you got, saying, a couple potential upsets. Seattle can shake things up for New York this week, and put themselves in a good position because and then of course, like we was just about to say, yeah, use the Vikings, but Green Bay Packers is the second time around. We don't know. That's not a guarantee. You might Green Bay might actually pull that one out. I want to actually take a look and think about that one. That might be my pick for this week. Green Bay Packers might be the pick. Uh, uh,
This says Raiders new quarterback. You coming back. This is what they putting out on Raiders on Las Vegas' website and on their social media. Raiders new man, I'm not coming back to y'all, man. Screw y'all in Las Vegas. I'm
Cincinnati could
like,
be in trouble. I mean, Buffalo could be in trouble against Cincinnati, maybe. So that could
yeah,
potentially change.
that's possible. That's possible.
It's a
That's very
lot of
possible.
things. It's
Yeah,
a
that's
lot
very
of
possible.
things.
That's very possible. Without question, that's very possible. That Cincinnati could give Buffalo a run.
But of course, like I was saying, tonight's game, of course, Thursday night game, uh, in which Derrick
Oh, that's
Henry is
right. It
doubtful.
is. That's
Yeah,
right.
Thursday
It's
night game.
Dallas and the Titans.
Dallas, yeah, Dallas and the Titans.
And
Here go
Tannehill
another
not
opportunity.
playing.
Yeah,
Trash, bro. Straight trash.
as well as, but
God.
but of course, on the other side of the ball, the Dallas Cowboys have some injuries too. No one's out currently, but you have questionables for Tony Pollard with a hip injury, as well as Micah Parsons with a hand injury. That's so.
That's
Hey, you know
great.
what?
Right, and you gonna stay with this team, bro. This is all over internet, the Twitter, all over, and you staying with this team, bro. There's no way, bro. Jared Stidham, what? There's no way I'm staying. I'm out. I'm out, man. I'm out. I'm shopping around. I'm looking to see who looking to have me, man. I'm here. Oh, this is what Trey was talking about, man. Just so y'all can see, man. Just a heads up. This is what they were talking about in regards to Cincinnati in the game. Current AFC playoff picture.
Mm-hmm.
So, Bills, Dolphins, Chiefs, Bengals, Chargers, Ravens, Jaguars, which we just talked about. Cincinnati, of course, has Buffalo, and they still have the Ravens. So they got
They went
two
out.
kind of difficult games coming up, actually. Cincinnati, of course, Buffalo is a force. That's going to be, that game could go either way. And then, of course, we don't know by that time, we don't know if Lamar will be back when they play the Ravens going to Baltimore. And both of these games are on the road versus Buffalo as well as versus Baltimore. So they playing on the road, but both games. So Joe, JB, he has his hands full, bro. He has his hands full. I mean, not saying that he can't pull it off, but he has his hands full because he's playing on the road.
to be in that position, you start thinking about the games in which you lost and how you lost them. Any
That
given
part.
Sunday, none of the, okay. He said ain't none
None
of
of
them
them is
given.
giving.
All right, Eric.
That's true. That's facts. You straight. You right. You right about that. Without question, you right about that. Any given Sunday, anybody can win. Without question, bro.
So
Without
tonight,
question.
of course, like I said, with tonight's game, the Cowboys, Leighton Vander Esch is still out with a neck injury. Questionable, as I just said, Tony Pollard and Micah Parsons. But for the Titans, Ryan Tannehill is out. Jeffrey Simmons out. Nicholas Petit-Frere out. Amani Hooker out. Bud Dupree out. Zach Cunningham out. Dylan Cole out. Josh Thompson out. And then, of course, what we just learned, Derrick Henry is going to be out. Christian Fulton and Danico Autry all out for the Cowboys. I mean, all out for the Titans, in which, of course, when we get ready to make our picks, I think it's clear cut who my pick will be. We was just talking about currently they haven't fully put out the injury report for this week, as we should be hearing that soon. But as Bishop read off earlier, maybe Jalen sits. I think Jalen should sit.
No, I don't
I
think
think
he
he
should.
should sit.
No.
He should sit.
Real quick though, Trey.
Yes.
I need to see this. Bruh. So this is back in the NBA. Real quick. I need y'all to see this. This doesn't. I don't know, Trey. This. I'm looking, but what in the like? Look at this. It's not like he hit him hard.
Is where he hit him.
Like he must have hit the perfect spot. Like that doesn't look very vicious. I mean, a hit is a hit, but I don't. But then again, the push looks like it did something to him too. Because if you look at the way old boy pushed him, look how he already kind of looks like he out of it in a way. That's crazy. He gone though. He gone. And old boy probably gonna be suspended for.
Yeah, a couple.
Old boy probably gonna be suspended for a minute for that.
A minute.
Yeah, a minute. Yeah, for that.
3 games, probably 3 games, 2 games,
yeah,
3 games.
At least. Wow, that's crazy. That's the first time I got a chance to see it. I hadn't seen it, so I was like, and now I saw it. I was like, but this is the game tonight, yo. We talking about it. This is what Trey's talking about it. I definitely hate to say it, but I gotta go with. I have to go with. Oops, what was that about, yo? I have to go with. I definitely have to go with these raggedy Cowboys. I ain't gonna lie. I don't want to, but it is what it is. Cowboys, Tennessee. I gotta go with the Cowboys, being that Derek ain't playing, Tannehill ain't playing. Like, what is it? And oh man, I just don't want to hear these fools tomorrow, bro. Golly, hold up to the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl, we Super Bowl, man. Oh my God, bro.
So we all know Daniel Hackett, the former head coach of the Denver Broncos, was fired last week. Now you have Russell Wilson coming on to say he's devastated by that firing. Does Russell Wilson have any play in the firing?
Yeah, I feel like he wouldn't be fired if Russell Wilson was doing what he was supposed to be doing, winning games. I sure do. I feel like he's partially at fault. That's why I feel like that's probably why he coming to bat for him, because he's like, damn, that's on me. That's on me, baby. That's on me, baby. My opinion, I'm just saying that's me. That's how I look at it. I'm assuming he was probably already on the hot seat, but now that Russell came there and they did nothing for him, making it worse, he's like, man, let's go ahead and get rid of that. Pull the plug on Hackett, man. Let's go and pull the plug, man. And then after that, later on this season, we're gonna go ahead and pull the plug on Russell too. Get him up out of here. That was a bad decision. Oh, look at this. Is this true, Trey?
He's not a scapegoat. I don't think he's a scapegoat. Like I said, I honestly believe it's a lot right now, and it's just like, okay, just, you know what I'm saying, this we don't need it right now. We're less than likely to get in. Just go ahead and rest and go from there. But it could be a situation. I think it's a situation where potentially, if he just it might be a situation where he's not going to be there next year because that's not Daniels' quarterback. He might want Stidham, or you know, what I'm saying, because Stidham was traded from the New
Charge?
England.
Was it
Yeah,
New England? Oh, okay, New England.
New England. He was
Yeah.
there when so that was there. So it could be that like that's the end state. Like that's why I look at. So I don't think he's a scapegoat. I just think it's a situation to where he's probably not what they wanted initially. They decided like, okay, I want to just work. I want someone else. So if Stidham, let's say Stidham was to win these last 2 games, then it might be, you know, what I'm saying, we might be that question of best landing spot for Carr in 2023 might be relevant.
Right.
What did Eric say?
Eric say who is the Raiders QB? Never heard of him. What college he played with? I don't know where Stidham came from. Jared Stidham. Let me find out for you. I don't know where Stidham came from. He probably in the WAC 12. Let me see. Let's see. Eric Stidham came from Auburn. He was in Auburn. He's a
SEC
Tiger.
cat.
Yeah, he's a Tiger. 6'3". He's a Tiger.
What else we had? So, as we said, you showed the potentials currently.
Mm-hmm.
Who are your top 4 teams possibly making it to the Super Bowl? Off
Top
them 7
4?
teams, yeah, off them 14 teams that you show, who are your top 4
Making it
that
to
you
the
think
Super
would,
Bowl.
yeah, who are your top 4 that you think?
So
If you
2 from
had
the
to pick
NFC and
4
2 from
teams,
the AFC.
no,
And 2
just in general, So,
well,
who you think is guaranteed that's going to make it to the Super Bowl?
was he a starter? Was Jared starter in
Yeah, at Auburn.
Auburn? Yeah,
Yes.
I think so. Yeah. So I would say Philadelphia.
They should. Well, we should have known.
Minnesota.
You think Minnesota got a possibility of making it to the Super Bowl?
Yeah, they got a possibility of making
I
it.
don't think they would at all.
If I had to pick, yeah,
I'd be surprised.
Minnesota. I mean, Philadelphia, Minnesota, Kansas City, and Buffalo will be
Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
I think
even
definitely
though Buffalo has kind of been in a bit of a slump, but yeah,
Philly has an opportunity. Anthony Price said KC, Bills, 49ers, Eagles. And I think I would agree with what Anthony says. But then I don't know, Cincinnati, we talk about the slump, Super Bowl slump.
Mm-hmm.
And Cincinnati's like, what slump? So, but I don't know.
They're making a run to repeat. They are making a run to repeat.
The one thing I guess when I look at it, I try to look at all the possibilities in which you look at it. Like in Kansas City, I don't fear Kansas City at this point. I think their biggest. Yeah, I don't fear Kansas City as a 49. I don't fear. They gave us the business. I'll give you that. So you know what I'm saying. But right now, I don't fear Kansas City right now. The only thing they have is Kelsey, in my opinion. So I'm not fearful of Kansas
City.
And
they got Patrick the Great. Don't sit there and disrespect that man, bro. Because there is no Kelsey without Patrick the Great.
Understandable. I won't argue
There's
with
no
you on
Kelsey
that.
With no Patrick the Great.
The Bills, I don't fear either. I think I would fear right now out of the AFC as a 49er fan. I think I more so would fear the Bengals.
Okay, that's fair.
The Bengals.
That's fair. That's fair.
In the NFC,
yeah. Eric Small says Bills, Bengals, Eagles, Vikings. That's what I said. Oh no, I didn't say the Bengals. I said Kansas City. I didn't put the Bengals.
So that's who I would fear for the most part. On the other side of the spectrum, when I look at it, in our division, in our conference, the Eagles, in a sense, only because AJ Brown is a physical specimen, and Hurts can get up out the pocket and go if need be. Minnesota, true enough. I think that's where it ends for me. Yeah, that's where it ends for me. There's no one else out, which I'll figure after that. But to answer the question, of course, I had, it would be for me, it's the 49ers, the Eagles, the Chiefs, and the Bengals. Always say nobody is scared of Kirk Cousins on primetime games in the playoffs. He can turn it around. We laugh about it, but it's a possibility Kirk can turn that around at any time. But I just think it's going to be a little bit of a different dynamic. It'll be a little bit of a different dynamic, but true enough, it's possible. As we always say, anything is possible at this point. But I think that's where I will err on the side of caution. Like, I'm not. But of course, it's going to see 2 games left as we come down to. Potentially, there could be an easy road to Dallas in the sense they have a game tonight against the Tennessee Titans, in which Tennessee is going to be without 8 starters potentially. And then, of course, Derrick Henry is a huge one. Additionally, or Ryan Tannehill. People don't like Ryan Tannehill, but they got wins from games from somewhere. He was at the quarterback at the vast majority of those games, so that's the situation. So I think Dallas is going to take care of business in Tennessee tonight and get them up out of there.
Nobody's scared of Kirk Cousins on top primetime games in the playoffs. He disrespectful. Anthony is disrespectful.
Wait, Bishop, what do you think about J.J. Watt calling it a career?
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that earlier. J.J. Watt was saying he announced that after this season he's retiring. Yeah, I think a lot of people saw that coming. J.J. Watt definitely hasn't had a year this year of former years. He moved on to a different team and out there in Arizona. And yeah, I'm not surprised, to be honest with you. J.J. Watt, injuries have plagued him recently, things of that nature. So yeah, I'm definitely not surprised at that. He's given us some great years of defensive end play without question. So shout out to Jason Watts, J.J. Watt. The question is, will it stand? Like, will he really retire, or will he? Because everybody says that, and then when the following season comes about, everybody gets a lot of players get that itch and be like, oh, you know what? I think I got one more good season, Trey. I think I got one more good season in me. I think I could play again. You know what I'm saying? So, we'll see. I don't think he'll pull a Aaron Rodgers, but not an Aaron Rodgers, but Tom Brady. But it is what it is. We'll see. We'll see. Man, shouts out to JJ though. For doing what he's done.
Oh yeah, great career.
Great career. T.O. better sit his behind down somewhere. He better sit his behind down somewhere. He better not be trying to make no darn comeback.
What's funny? It's funny that he say that. Have you watched the Best Man final chapters series yet?
Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. That junk is so corny to me. It is so
corny.
It is corny. That is just corny, bro. Like I don't know why.
In my opinion, I think that was one of the movies of the year, better than Maverick.
Trey, I know you lying. I know you lying. I know you lying. I know you lying. I know you was not saying that for real, bro. Okay, so finally, Okay, finally, I get to see this. This is what I was looking for. Okay, this is what for those that didn't see it, man. This is what Trey was talking about. So hold on 1 second. Let me get it for y'all, man. Let me get it for y'all real quick. So
See,
y'all look
thank
at
you,
this.
Anthony. Thank you, Anthony.
Stop
Thank
it.
you, sir.
I gotta finish watching it. I haven't finished watching it. Maybe it got better, but let me see. Here you go.
Hip
Okay, it was a
check.
slight
Yeah.
shove. It was a little hip check.
See, y'all
Yeah,
see.
that means I watched that first episode of the shit. See, Eric, I see. Oh, Eric did. Oh, Anthony said it was good. Eric's like me, boo boo. See, Eric said the same thing I said. That's why I was like, bro, like that first. Like I watched the first. I'm telling you, man, it was like I was like, what in the world did y'all really like screw up this whole series? Like, come on, man. Oh, he was. Ooh. Oh, bro, hold on, Trey. Hold on, Trey.
What?
Hold on, Trey. This would, yeah, he should be suspended for the season, bro. Hold on, Trey. All right, let me get it right here because I want y'all to see the whole thing. Oh shoot, I messed up. Hold on, let me show y'all real quick. I want y'all to see the whole thing because this is crazy. So y'all seen the hip check? They're gonna show it again. Okay, we got a little scuffle. We got a little scuffle here. Everybody mad, of course. That's their teammates, so everybody coming to aid, which is kind of like respectful because you just seen your teammate get knocked out, completely cold, like he was out. So yeah, you gonna kind of run to your teammate. Now watch, look, he's clearly dazed, But look at it. It wasn't even that bad, bro. Dude is a little light behind. Don't get me wrong. He's a little light behind, but it wasn't that bad, Trey. It wasn't that bad. That hip check, I got it. He probably shouldn't have received the technical. He hip checked him, but it wasn't like he shoved him to the third and fifth or the fifth and sixth row. Like, don't get me wrong. He checked him a little bit, but it wasn't that bad, bro. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, he gonna get suspended
Yeah,
multiple
he should
games.
be. Yeah, he should be out for like. If it's me, I'm putting him out for probably the season, bro, because it wasn't that bad. I've seen way worse. Like I've seen way worse. That was not that bad, bro. But it is what it is. I get it. I'm trying to watch. I'll try watching the rest. Yeah, me too. Me too, Eric. I'm gonna try to do the same thing. I think I watched the first 3 episodes. I think it was the first 3 episodes, and I was like, this is just corny, bro. This is just so corny. Like in my opinion, it was like corny to me.
So real quick before, because I do have a question for you in reference to that type of stuff. So real quick, let's talk about this real quick. So like Bishop Sippin showed, of course, we have for the NFC and AFC for the scenarios. I mean, for the potential playoffs. So the scenarios, of course, Chicago, currently Buffalo, Kansas City, Cincinnati, Baltimore, and Los Angeles Chargers are guaranteed to be in the playoffs. They've clinched playoff positions. So of course, the Miami and Jacksonville are the only teams that are currently sitting on the outside looking in, as the Jets in New England are lurking around. Las Vegas is still lurking, and Pittsburgh is still lurking. Because the expectation is if Tennessee loses tonight, they're probably going to be eliminated from it. So some possible scenarios to be clinched tonight, of course. Cincinnati can clinch the AFC North Division title with a win and a loss or tie by the Baltimore Ravens, or a tie from Cincinnati and a loss from Baltimore. So any one of those two things happening can give Cincinnati the division title. For Miami, they can get in and get a playoff position if they win and the New York team loses or tie, or the Miami team tying and the Jets losing, as well as Pittsburgh losing or tying for the most part. In the AFC, in the NFC, things are a little murkier than thought, in which the Philadelphia Eagles can clinch the division title if they win or the Cowboys lose. I don't foresee the Cowboys losing, so I think that's going to be all predicated upon Philadelphia winning for the most part. The Eagles can clinch home field advantage throughout the playoffs with a win.
Mm-hmm.
If they don't get that win, a tie and a loss by Minnesota or tie by Minnesota. And if that doesn't happen, then the third is Dallas losing, Minnesota losing, and San Francisco losing or tying. That's how Philadelphia clinches the number 1 seed. So it's all in their hands. One win gets them the dub.
That's all we got. That's all we need.
They lock it all up. They can lock it up.
That's
2
why I
birds
said
with
we
one
play-
stone if they win.
That's why I say we play. That's why I say we play Jalen, because all we need is one win to solidify the first seed and home field advantage. That's why I say we need to surely play Jalen. We can rest him that last game.
Tampa Bay can get a win. If Tampa Bay gets a win, all they need is one win. If they beat Carolina, they're in the playoffs. That's all they need is one win.
They're in. Yep. They are in.
The Giants,
which they could possibly be, which they probably
it's
could,
possible.
they can definitely be.
Carolina, Carolina, they could beat them potentially. For the Giants, they can clinch a playoff berth with a win. All they have to do is get a win. If they don't get a win, then they can get a tie. Seattle and Washington have to lose or tie. A third scenario, New York, the Giants tie. Seattle loses or tie. Detroit loses or tie. Fourth scenario, New York Giants get a tie. Washington loses or tie. Detroit loses or tie. Green Bay loses or tie. Number 5, a Seattle loss and a Washington loss gives them the spot. Number 6, a Seattle loss, a Green Bay loss or tie, and a Detroit loss gives them the spot. And lastly, a Washington loss, Detroit loss, and a Green Bay loss will give New York Giants a playoff position. And lastly, of course, the other team looking for a playoff berth, Washington. If Washington wins, Seattle loses, Detroit loses, Green Bay loses or tie, Washington is in for in those scenarios.
Lions playing the Bears. That might be a win. It could be. Yeah, the Bears are I think the Bears on an 8-game losing streak. Tied for the longest losing streak in Bears franchise history.
So real quick, Bishop, we'll have to hit up Ron and ask him who you got for tonight.
I hate to say it, but it looks like I'm gonna have to take these Cowboys.
Well, you ain't got to. You ain't got to, bro.
Yeah, I am. I'm taking the Cowboys, man. They ain't got Titans ain't got no firepower. They ain't got nothing for nothing.
And just like you, I agree. I'm rocking with them too. The Detroit. I mean not Detroit, but the Dallas Cowboys tonight. Dallas. So the question I had for you, Bishop, ain't no upset tonight. Nah, there's no upset tonight.
Nah, not my bad. Not at all. Not at all.
So the question I had for it,
I don't think so. It shouldn't be, but we'll see. We've seen worse happen. Fool around, it might be a tie.
That part, completely unexpected.
Because Dallas is going to Tennessee now. They are playing on the road.
So, real quick, let me run through NBA games tonight. Thunders and the Hornets tonight. The Pacers take on the Cavaliers in Indiana. The Boston Celtics will be hosting the Los Angeles Clippers. Luka and the Dallas Mavericks will be hosting the Houston Rockets tonight. San Antonio hosting the New York Knicks. And the Toronto Raptors hosting the Memphis Grizzlies. A job with those comments. Talk about he ain't worried no one in the West and hasn't won a game since. But I would like to ask you this, Bishop. Who has won the movie of the year in your sense? I know you saw the Avatar over the weekend. I saw the Avatar over the weekend. I saw the Woman King over the weekend. So I have seen all those particular movies.
Blockbuster
the only one I didn't see is the Whitney Houston Dance with Everybody movie that came out over the weekend. a plethora of movies in which I've seen or case like that. You Anita Baker, not Anita Baker, uh, not Anita Baker. What's her name? Aretha Franklin
Oh, Aretha
movie
Franklin.
the Aretha Franklin movie scene, Marvel movie scene. Um, I seen Devotion. I seen a whole bunch of different movies. Maverick. Uh, so for you, Bishop, when your assertion, uh, and like I said, I added the best man. What? Who?
Don't it?
Who? So as the best man. Who is your? It's only a couple of days left in the year.
Yep.
The more
Few
movies
days.
coming out.
Right.
In
Not
your
before.
opinion, who
Right.
is the movie of the year?
So, like I've said, man, from the very beginning, right? And you know what I'm gonna do is I'm going to watch all these movies, the ones in which you just mentioned again,
Mm-hmm.
prior to the new year.
Mm-hmm.
And no, I have not, Anthony. I have not. I heard about it, but I've not seen it yet. I have heard about
Yeah, I
a
haven't
lot of
either. I
people
think
talk about
I
how
think I will
good
go
it
see
is,
it this.
but
I'm
I have
going to
not
try.
heard.
I think I will actually see it this week before the.
Yeah, we might try and go see it too, but I have not seen it yet. But I've heard great things about it, so I don't know. But for right now, in this order, this is where I have the movies. But again,
In
I'm
the
gonna watch
order.
all of them in order.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I have to give the top slot.
I bet he's going to give it to the Avatar. But go ahead.
Top slot. I gotta give it to Top Gun still.
Really, you like it better than Avatar?
So far, I gotta give it to Top Gun. Avatar.
It surprised me. Avatar surprised me.
Avatar was good. The thing about it, it was long, and I felt like it could be better. But however, I get it because there's sequels coming to the Avatar movie. That's not the last Avatar that they're making. It's more Avatars that they're making. I think it's 3, 4, and 5. As a matter of fact, that's in the making. So Avatar was good, and I watched it twice already. So it was definitely good. But I still think Top Gun has the edge over that. Coming in second, it's gotta be Wakanda Forever. Gotta go with Wakanda Forever, and then comes Avatar. I would have to say in that order. Wakanda Forever and Avatar are right there neck and neck though. They're right I would have to put them tied.
So for me, I need to see Wakanda Forever again. Personally,
I agree. Well, I did. I've watched Wakanda Forever twice. So I saw Avatar and Wakanda Forever on the cruise. They had both of them playing on the cruise. So I watched both of them twice. So I did see both of them twice. However, I've only seen Maverick once. So all fairness, I owe Maverick another watch before really giving them the solidified win. So I'm gonna watch Maverick one more time. And then I will Monday, because that will be the second or the first. No, that'll be the second because the first is Sunday. Monday will be the second, and I will give you my official 1, 2, and 3 of top movies of the year. But right now, yeah, I would have to give it to Top Gun only. But again, I've only watched it once. But yeah, we'll see.
So what I will say is I haven't. I have to do that as well. I have to watch Wakanda again because I just think Wakanda was a different movie. So, in my opinion, when you look at the Avatar, basically the Avatar came out off the rip, bam, bam, bam. You know what I'm saying? Came out with it.
Mm-hmm.
The action scenes are different. It's like different story plots and lines and premises in the situation. Like what we would have thought we had in Wakanda Forever was different because they had to reinvent the storyline to make sure that the story is going to continue to go.
Right.
Yeah. So now, you know what I'm saying? So that changed it a little bit for me. So I think the grading scale is different. However, though, I would like to see that again and Maverick again to, like you said, just like you before, just sit up and say, okay, I watched the Avatar. I get it. You know what I'm saying? It was what we thought it was going to be. But like again, I would need to watch Maverick again and Wakanda Forever again.
Right.
to get a clear and concise, like, okay, like this is clearly like to see, was it something I lost or I didn't see?
Right.
Does it change? Is
Parts
something
that you
I
might have
see?
missed.
Yeah,
Right.
there's something that
Right.
changes the thing for me where I was like, okay, I get that. That is definitely, you know what I'm saying? So what for you makes the movie what gives you what makes it the movie of the year for you? What are you looking at when you're watching this?
Action packed. Definitely action packed. The plot, the the storyline, all of that. Where you rank the Batman? I didn't see the Batman movie, to be honest with you. The plot, last show tomorrow for 2022. That
Yeah,
is correct.
that is true.
Yeah. And yeah, it's the plot, the storyline, the acting. You know, if it's bad acting, it kills the whole show as well. It kills the whole movie too. So those things play a huge part. Does it make sense? In regards to the movie and stuff like that. And Top Gun is one of the ones out of out of all three of these movies. Top Gun had the longest time in between before they came out with a sequel. It was Top Gun, then it was Avatar, and then it was Wakanda Forever. Because Avatar came out in 2010. You know what I'm saying? So it's been 12 years since Avatar came out. So before they made a sequel. So yeah. But Top Gun goes way back. And for it to go that far, for Top Gun to be that old, the original Top Gun, and to come back with Maverick and still follow the timeline and still keep it very interesting and as good as it was, they did a phenomenal job, man. That's why I'm
So
like,
screenplay, writing, storytelling, all that type of stuff.
All of that. Yeah. It just like they did a phenomenal job with that, man. A phenomenal job. But again, like I said, I'm gonna give Maverick a second watch though first before I just get solidified that it's the number one.
I got to be able to catch Wakanda Forever again as well. Like Maverick, you can catch it, you can watch from home. Wakanda Forever, of course, doesn't have that opportunity. So unless you got bootleg,
right? Yeah. So I've already, like I said, I've watched both of them two. I didn't see Maverick not Maverick, but Wakanda Forever and
Avalanche was okay, but
I ain't seen that.
You didn't see Avalanche? It was all right.
No, I haven't
Woman
seen
King.
Woman King was good. I liked Woman King. It was real good. It made sense. It was good. I liked it. I think Viola Davis did a phenomenal job in that movie. Of course, she probably won't get an Oscar, but she did a real good job in that movie. I thought that was a real good movie. I did. I really did.
Okay. So, of course, y'all see that's the time for today. As
hold on, Trey, let me show you this. Y'all know that?
Yes, sir.
Y'all know this new show? Y'all know this new sport? Let me show y'all about this new sport.
Oh, yeah. That's been around for a while. They do that in Las Vegas, too.
For real?
Yeah, it's been around for a little bit.
This is what we come up to. This is a game that was created when kids was bored at home and had nothing else to do. They didn't put these people in a room with a car, couches, like in a living room, trying to keep the balloon from hitting the floor. You remember playing this with your brothers and sisters, your siblings? Man, we used to play this all the time. This was like one of the best games you could play, trying to find strategies to where you could try and stop somebody or try and make the balloon hit the ground before your brother or your sister could get to it. And there it is. Game is over. But yeah, I just wanted to show y'all that, man, real quick. That's where we are now. But yeah, man, great show, Trey.
One more day before the last show of the year.
That's I keep
show of the year. So of course y'all know where the catch is to be able to tune in tomorrow as we go through last show of the year. You know what I'm saying? Pull up. You know what I'm saying? Be sure to engage, get the formation when y'all hear
we started this time last year.
January 3rd.
January
3rd. Yep. So, you know what I'm saying? It started off, of course.
Yep.
Yes. So, you know what I'm saying? I hope y'all tap in and be there. Bring your friends. Y'all can sit up and bring your friends too.
Bring everybody, man. Yeah.
So we tap it out, check it out. You know what I'm saying? With last year going in with the same way we started, basically around the same time frame, talking about playoffs. But this year we had a full year of the playoffs. So hopefully, you know what I'm saying? Greatly looking forward to seeing y'all tomorrow. Be sure to tap in, tune in, and rock with us tomorrow. Fall in the formation, and we'll end in the year with a bang, of course. Bishop, any last word, brother, before you get up out of here?
Man, y'all enjoy y'all Thursday, y'all Friday Eve, man. Have a great Thursday. Enjoy, watch the game tonight. It probably won't be a whole lot of fireworks. I gotta catch my I'm gonna catch my beloved Sooners play first. They got Florida State, so I'm gonna catch that game first, and then I'm gonna roll on over into this Thursday night game between the Cowboys and the Titans. So, and like Trey said, there is a 1300 game, 1300 clock game that's coming on. One of the bowl games that is going on today. There's 3 bowl games: the Alamo Bowl, the Cheez-It Bowl, and whatever that other bowl he was talking. Oh, the Bad Boy Bowl or something like that.
Bad boy, more, whatever bowl.
Yeah, so all 3 of those games are going on starting at 1:1300 for you military personnel today. So be sure to check them out so we can talk about them tomorrow. With that being said, man, y'all have a blessed day. Be safe. Love on one another, man. Hug one another. Kiss your loved ones. And y'all have a great Thursday, man. That's all I got. Cyro 5 military